Walking down the avenue.
Walking down the avenue.
A few more streets and we'll be through.
A few more streets and we'll be through.
You gonna be this big turn.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn him there. Because we obviously got both of them. Ducky. You know what? I appreciate everybody who's watching this right now. Because this is called evolution. Oh, is it what? You hear me? This is called evolution and growth. Leave it to me. Without further ado, let's get it started. Neek,
What's up?
welcome.
We here.
Why don't you tell the camera who the heck are you? And why possibly would I be talking to you about club music and the Baltimore club scene and culture?
I ain't nobody special, man.
Whatever.
Nah, I mean, I don't even really know how to, like, not to be corny, but I'm just a businessman. You feel me? Like,
Village.
at some point in my path, you know, I just looked up, realized that the scene was kind of just idle.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, not even idle, it was kind of like, what's next? What's going to be our next phase?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I just looked up and I said, yo, let's do this thing. Here we are, 14, 15 years later.
Mm.
I'm a creator. I like to just make things happen from the perspective of Baltimore Club.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So let's see. What do we want to talk about first? Do we want to talk about the music, or do we want to talk about specifically your contributions?
I mean, we walking down the avenue, so
We are walking down the avenue.
I figure wherever you like to start, we'll start on that block till we get to the block we want to be on.
All right, bet. Let me see then. We're going to talk about the music. So, you born and raised here, yep? Yep, a good old Baltimorean. So, that means, oh yeah, because we're the same age. We're old now.
Me and you, like, we started together.
Yeah.
We started together. Hosting events together, our crews, our organizations, you know, and kind of being the last of the Mohicans, the last, you know
It feels like it sometimes, like, I don't know. I always wonder about if that's some kind of us just being narcissistic and cocky, or is that really the truth? Would it be the truth? But no, let's go back further than that, because we're talking about the music, and we need to talk about the music.
Okay.
And the contributions,
Okay.
to various things. And so we're gonna paint the picture of you and your journey with club music. When do you first remember hearing club music?
Feel like the Dark City Beneath the Beat documentary.
Oh yeah, it might be a little bit of the same.
Yeah. For me, it was on the verge of getting to high school. So I want to say it was summer, 9th grade year. I'm going back and forth to football practice with the homies, the new homies. I had a homeboy named BG. Darnell Barksdale Green, but we nicknamed him BG.
Mm-hmm.
Jizzle used to just have all the Swiftnicks. Every time one dropped, we had the CD. And my family was like real conservative. Like, nah, you can't play that in the house. So
right.
Everything I did was like outside. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't no going to the parties and doing none of that. Unless I was on my way to BG house or something of that nature. So in that process, you know, BG, his man Tiny, we used to just be in the crib. They be rocking off. I be trying. You feel me? And we just started hitting the parties and different events. And that's kind of like where I kind of fell in love with the culture in itself.
So, about what year you think that would be?
Well, I graduated in 05.
05.
Now, mind you, I was around the music, but I wasn't going to sit there and act like I was old enough to know, though. You know what I mean? Like, my oldest brother would take me to the tunnel and things of that nature, but I didn't know nothing about the culture.
Right.
You know, I'm in middle school just hanging because my brother did.
Right.
But it wasn't until that 9th grade year. So if I graduated in 05,
So that's like 2001.
4 years, yeah, that was about 01, 2000, 2001, that summer. Because it started with football. We used to just be there in the locker room. Everybody be bumping different tracks or back and forth to Darnell House. It's kind of like where my fondest memories of it come from.
Interesting. So your earliest memories of club music are actually linked to your memories of playing sports, because you played sports through high school.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to save that for later. All right, cool. So what were your favorite songs coming up? What's the earliest songs like you remember sticking out to you, like, yeah, that's my shit? Or what
Right,
DJs
so you know,
in particular?
All right, so you know how Baltimore Club always just had like its essence of ratchetness. Like it's always had a moment. And you know, 9th grade year is that year when you feel like you becoming somebody.
Right.
You know, you think you this, you think you that, whatever you want to put into it. But I don't know whether it was because it was funny or because we was just kids thinking we was grown, but it was watch me play with mine, watch me play with mine.
It was a ding-a-ling song.
What? You know, once again, we ain't talking 2020 where you can say anything. Back then, to hear ding-a-ling in the song,
Right,
like,
be like,
oh, they talking about you.
And then they playing it on the radio.
You know, and you hearing that.
Mommy in the car with me.
But as far as, now see, and this is why, as we get into the details later, you know, some of the things about the music that I want to point out was, as kids, we had no clue who we were really listening to.
Right.
Outside of what we read on the back of the CD.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like we was on the scene to know the pioneers and the DJs and the producers of the music. It was literally like, oh, it wasn't until years later we found out Swift didn't make songs. It was like,
Right.
oh, she got it from this person, that person, this
And
person.
some people
you know
still
what I
don't
mean?
know that.
So half the time we listening and we thinking to ourselves, yo, Swift new song is rocking.
Right.
For me to, I guess, identifying what songs was, for me, didn't really start until the Black Star era.
Okay. Which is about when you kind of
Yeah.
started.
I never forget the night.
Tell it.
I love telling it because it starts with Buck Jones.
Yeah. I'm going to have him. I'm surprised he ain't hop in the chat yet. I'm going to have him on soon. Trying to.
You know, Buck was raw. Buck was Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore short. You know what I mean? Like, I'm coming in and I've always walked differently. Let me say it like that. You know, I didn't carry myself like everybody else. And one of the things that was really big for me, I used to like to stand as closest to the stage, or if I could get Swift attention or let me be in the booth with her, I wanted to watch whatever she was doing between mixing, changing DJs up, bringing different dancers up to perform or battle, whatever the case may be. Like, I fell in love with that scene and how it made the people feel. Buck was just raw on the mic. Emerson Village, fuck this, fuck that, blah, blah. But it was an energy that you can only get from somebody authentically from Baltimore.
Right.
You know what I mean? And throughout that night, you know, Swift had introduced Black. They played with the lights. You know, it all went dark.
Yeah.
And they came through with the little streaming joints on the wall. You know, and for some reason, what song was it? Because I was there when they first played Get My Gun. I was there when Totem got dropped. It was a few different just Black Star tracks that changed the game.
Yeah, those are his first ones.
And his style was so different from what we was traditionally hearing that to me, I was always, like I said, I always was a businessman. That was always my preference. I always wanted to do business. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, if you see the impact on the people, you know, a Swift Sunday night down Hammers, it's 2,000 kids in that building.
Right.
And I mean wall to walls, where everybody is sweating, dancing, going crazy when that Black Star track dropped. No disrespect to any other DJs, but it's very few who create a sound. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Or not even DJs, but producers, you know, who create a sound. And it was just like, Black was coming in there, especially those first 3 years right there. It was like, he couldn't miss. He couldn't miss. And for me, I think it really started to open the eyes for the dancers, because that was becoming more of the dance style music. You know, not the traditional house club version that we're used to at the, you know, the traditional BPM. This was a little bit different, a little bit more up tempo, a little bit more gangster. You know what I mean? Black was the one for me. Black was the one that made me fall in love with club.
Is that, you mentioned you're a businessman, sort of perspective on it always from the beginning. And I'd say that's one of those things me and you have in common.
Right.
It was always kind of like, look at this.
Right.
Was that the moment for you that you knew that club music would be as big as it became? Like, what was the point where you were like, yo, you see the perspective, you see the potential for what it has grown into, and then even further? What was the moment that you were like, damn, this can be it? Was it that early?
Is he on here? Because I don't want him to kill me for telling this story.
Who's he?
Dancing Brandon.
No, I don't think so.
Brandon don't like me telling this story.
Man,
That's my guy. If I had to be really like, I was a fan. I love Black Star, but I wasn't into everything. You know, no offense. I wasn't like, I love club, but some of them earlier 90 joints with the Lil Jon, and it was a little bit too much for me. It was like, all right, nigga, what's new? Because one more what, yeah, I'll be like,
it got a little repetitive.
Yeah, it got a little repetitive, and then when that style, when he switched that up, it was like, oh wow,
fresh air. You
know, but as far as, it was Dancing Brandon for me that made me look at it for the industry perspective.
That's big.
See, I always understood music. I know music can sell. Anybody can fall in love with music. There's a lane for everybody.
Right.
But when you have the visual to it, it turns it into $1 billion idea. And when I used to see Brandon slaying dudes left and right on that stage, it was like, yo, if they could ever understand how to make the rest of the world understand the dance, then they'll love the music even more, because they have the visual to go with it.
Right.
And Dancing Brandon was battling, I think it was Chucky that night. And in my life, I only seen 2 battles that I thought Dancing Brandon was about to lose. Not to suggest that, you know, I at that point I thought Chucky was getting the best of him, and Chucky slipped. But Chucky was rocking. And it was another night with the little Black battle. But seeing those is what inspired King of Baltimore and my next idea. Because those were the ones where it was like, we not looking at a homie from around the way just trying crazy leg and have a little fun. We looking at guys who really can take this to the next level. You know, kind of like, you know, when you see the battle rap leagues. It's like, yeah, he can rhyme, he can put words together. That, he got schemes, he got bars, he got plots, he got twists. He gonna tell you a story. That's how I started to see it.
Right.
So when I'm watching these, as well as with the music, you know, for me, I really didn't think we ever tapped into the full potential of the music. It was a few artists who came across, made a banger. Like, for me, I'll never forget the day Prince dropped Fuck 'Em All.
Fuck 'em up.
Yo, talk about a club going crazy.
Yeah,
when Prince dropped Fuck 'Em All, right now with Calvo's,
We from Baltimore?
Yeah, we from Baltimore. It was without the social media impact. Everybody in Baltimore knew Fuck 'Em All.
I remember when that shit hit the radio.
It was another one from my guy Jarrell. He made the joint Jump left, jump right.
Slide left, touch the ground, turn around, crazy leg, shake it up.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And DJ Tigger, he was one of the main ones who was mixing a lot of these. So when I saw that, then you got Black going on tour, Rah start making it. I said, yo, Baltimore is going to tap into the industry very, very soon. However, well, I'll wait till Ducky get there.
No, wait, keep going.
No,
Okay.
I ain't even gonna fast track it. Let's just say that was a golden era that we had the opportunity to have the cameras and the video phones and the social medias. Baltimore would be a very strong pillar in the hip hop community. We'd be a very strong statement in the hip hop community. The problem is that exposure never got exposed. Bits and pieces of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves to bring up K Swift got everybody on MTV, blah blah blah. Yes, I love that. But then it was kind of like, what else?
And then
What's next? You know what I mean?
What would you like to have seen happen next?
Fuck you for that question.
I'm sorry. But it's a question. I gotta ask the questions. Oh, Alex, I would be playing the tracks, but I'm not because the way my laptop is set up right now, because I'm recording it on this other camera. I can't because the speakers are being dominated by the microphones, if that makes any sense. But next time, because I definitely try to pull it up.
I'm gonna assist. Let me see.
We might assist.
Alright, so
Mellow
Pete,
with
right?
the assist. But yeah,
I don't know.
What do you think that
I hate
if
you. I hate you.
what would the next step be or
So you know,
have been?
I'm the bad guy. I've always been the bad guy.
Bad guys only.
Bad guys club.
Bad guys club.
Big B, 6'3", Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated.
Well, I'm not part of that.
Yeah, I
but
like to yell out different things.
You should rep your shit.
Alright, so I guess the best example I can give you to where I'm going with this is my relationship with Mike Mumbles.
Brother Mike.
So me and Mike Mumbles, we on camera, so I gotta put the legendary DJ Mike Mumbles because he don't get half the recognition he deserves for what he's done and where he's played position in this culture. You know, it's not too many DJs that y'all listen to or came across that probably wasn't one of his students at some point in time.
That's real shit.
So I meet Mike Mumbles. I am 21 years old. Still young. By this point in time, I did King of Baltimore 1. Huge success. I was playing Take My Money and Run. We did it. We proved that one nigga's the king, we out. Everybody wanted a second one. And at that point in time, I didn't have a true understanding of what I was doing. I was just handling business. So we had King of Baltimore 2. I wanted to hire Swift, but I couldn't afford it. So I went with Big Nasty, thinking King of Baltimore 2 would give me enough money to get Swift the next year. It's this one guy, dreadhead dude, about my height, little nigga, on the stage. And I'm just looking back and I'm trying to clear the stage. Everybody get off stage. We about to start. This dreadhead ain't going nowhere. It's my shit, my building, my security, my DJs. I'm looking around like, so somebody gonna make me confront this nigga. You feel me? Like so I'm walking around, I'm just, alright, I'm gonna say it again, see if he get it. You know, like see if he catch on to what I'm saying. I need everybody who ain't a part of the company, ain't in the competition, off the stage. This nigga don't flinch. So now I'm like, alright, this about to get real ugly in here, cause I'm about to get ignorant. So I'm walking up to Big Nasty like, yo, who this nigga? You don't know who that is? That's Mike Mumbles. A humble ass 21-year-old sat the fuck down and said, oh, what up, G?
Right.
Glad you can be here. You feel me? But
pleasure.
one of the things that I tell him is, coming from the era that we came from, he has to understand that I had no way of knowing who the fuck a Mike Mumbles was outside of seeing the name on the back of a CD. And I'm 21 years old. I don't know a Mike Mumbles from a Mike Dumble, whoever. You feel me? Only thing I know is I heard the name.
I heard that name, and I've read that name.
I've read the name, but that's it. Getting back to the topic of the music. When me and Mike Mumble started to do business together, Mike saw that I had a passion for trying to get the culture in the hands of the youth.
Right.
The biggest problem that I always felt in our culture, and this is no offense to anybody out there who's successful or unsuccessful, what you've done, what you haven't done, I've always felt like Baltimore Club, especially the higher end individuals who've made it somewhere with this, has always been hoarders of information. Or it has always been, you got to go through me to get to X, Y, and Z.
Right.
I'm not going to mention no names because, like I said, it's not my intent to throw shade or shots at anybody. A few years back when I was, we probably on King of Baltimore 5 or 6 at this point in time. I had a pretty well-respected pioneer of this culture come to me and say, hey, we hear that you connected with the dancers. We want you to put a dance competition together, but we only going to play our tracks.
Right.
But mind you, here I am in my 5th, 6th year business. I'm thinking to myself like, bro, you ain't come to me and say, yo, I like what you got going on over there. Let us sponsor it. How can we help? How can we be a part? If you ask me, it came off like, I like what you're doing. My name bigger. Do it under my name.
Right.
And I'm just like, well, fuck what I've done, huh?
Right.
I'm here. You know what I mean? So it was one of those things where it was like, bro, I get it that I wasn't old enough to be in y'all circles and be a part of y'all uprising, but it's like it was a whole new generation who was not old enough to know half of y'all to reach out. But if y'all see what's going on, stop expecting us to reach out to you. Come.
And look, it's
come
2020 now. You talking about back then. You talking about, so you said King of Baltimore 5 and 6. So we're talking about what? Just like 2014.
Nah, this is a little bit, probably
2015.
12,
a little earlier then. So we're talking about 2012 and 2013. You have that type of thing. But yeah, here we are in 2020 having literally the same motherfucking conversation.
Yeah, because it's like...
And it's like this generational issue. We gotta figure out how to squelch that.
Well, I'm going to tell you something.
And I honestly don't know at this point in time what to do besides just let it continue to be organic, because our elders, many of them do seem stuck in a certain type of mindset with it, and like they don't see.
I'm gonna tell you,
just like the simple fact of what you and everybody said it, I've said it, Mello said it. How the fuck were we supposed to know who you were?
Yeah.
Unless we were right next to you.
Yeah.
Not all of us were lucky enough to be right next to you the whole time. We aren't lucky enough to be nieces or nephews or cousins or friends.
Yeah, it was just no motherfuckers.
Yeah, just neighbors, whatever the case is.
How young we were. I know for my generation,
right. That's Mello in the background in case y'all ain't know. But yeah, like... No, Muscles Mellow. but nah. So it's like it to me, especially after doing. Look, yep, you're in my 15th interview for real. After 15 of these, I keep hearing literally the exact same things from those of us over a certain age, and literally the exact same things from those of us under a certain age. We are in a magical bubble because we are in both of these categories. Mm-hmm. Because we're not old, but we definitely old. Yeah, we're not we're not young either, but we not. No offense.
And by
whatever, Mike Mumbles. We're not like.
See,
we're not old as dirt like Mike Mumbles.
Here's the thing.
But it's like, hold on, let me say this. It's just what everybody keeps running into is that there has been a large disconnect between what you can consider the old generation and the new or current generation. And we have to figure that shit out. I do not know how to do it because
I do.
there are people
I
who,
do.
when you have the ballsy, cocky, newer generation who's just kind of like, whatever, you know, we're doing us. If they don't like it, fuck it.
Wow.
And then we have the old cocky generation who's like, oh, y'all should be kissing my ankles before you even pretend to talk to me. And it's like, but who is you? Who is you for the past 10 years? Who the fuck is you? That's like, like I know. Again, you're just the name. Shut up, Mike.
Right. That's the word. Who fuck is you, yo?
So for me, this is what it comes down to, right?
Shut up, Mike. Leave me alone.
We got especially in Baltimore, we got a bad habit of a save 'em all complex.
Right.
We got this complex where it's like all.
It's the opposite of the crab in the barrel
and I
complex.
can't even fade you, you know. Some of it also takes time and age because even myself, I didn't want to work with nobody after a certain period of time.
Yeah.
I got to a point where people would call themselves reaching out, but for me, it was so belittling because it was like, you're not going to respect anything I've accomplished. You just look at what I've done and be like, oh, how can we use him to get over?
Right.
You know what I mean? And for me, it was just one of those things where as we continue to go, I think it comes down to, and it's crazy because everybody love to wire, so I got to use this word, but it comes down to a co-op, a coalition. It comes down to 5, not even 5, 4, just a group of people willing to say, yo, what do we have to do? Do we have to come together and make some new music together, make videos, and help the other people understand? Because multiple is monkey see, monkey do. You
Very much so, and that's why I'm like, how come
the first time we get the 3 of y'all to release a all original track with Neek B on the vocals, saying some whatever the case may be, you feel me? It's like that togetherness is going to help other people understand what it takes. It takes one of the original pioneers who actually knows how to make an original track. Half the dudes who making tracks right now don't know how to make a song from scratch. That's a skill set that generation learned, but because that generation wasn't too close to the next generation, they never passed that skill set on. I never forget the first time that I realized it was going on. Like I told you, I was always on the perspective of business. So I didn't really care for a lot of this side shit. A lot of this was side talk. It was like, man, get these buildings, get these people in here, let's get it popping. Mm-hmm. As I started to pay attention, the first person that I really, really felt sorry for was DJ Perk. Mm-hmm. The reason I felt sorry for DJ Perk because Perk was a pioneer. Perk was, and in my opinion, I know he may have not reached the plateau of success for other people to make him a pioneer, but Perk changed the game. Mm-hmm. Perk started borrowing. He started borrowing tracks that were already out. And then he would remix them, not necessarily to his liking, but to the next generation's liking.
Right.
So then you had Takeover Entertainment and DJ Khaled. They were playing more of the youth kids mixes than a lot of the popular mixes that we grew up on.
Right.
And then because their crowd wanted to hear it. It's just kind of like now with the radio and 92Q. They play whatever. Oh, y'all said this challenge, Dawn Rush. Oh, they ain't never play no Afro beat on 92Q. But because the kids is listening and it's hot, oh, let's play it. And that's kind of what happens here. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Here, Perk was that guy who said, I'm going to take these songs, I'm going to flip them, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And if you ask me, I think it started to set the tempo to the older generation's dislike. They didn't appreciate their music being borrowed, being recreated, being changed.
Right.
So they
shit.
started to push that generation away. The connection. However, that connection is what would have closed this gap. I look at individuals like a DJ Black to go on an international tour. That's information that the next generation needs. You feel me? A DJ Big L was one of the first guys who was booked from here to VA to DC.
Vegas.
all over. That's information. DJ Class is able. He got a whole feature with Kanye West. That's information.
That was remixed to hell and back with everybody. There's
You
like
get what I'm saying?
remixes.
And I'm not just pinpointing them, you know, this in any particular order. This goes all around the board. You feel me? I look at Scotty B and the relationship with Unruly Records. I said, okay, cool. Y'all done had Unruly, the downtown locker room back in y'all. Y'all got Nike, y'all got Puma, y'all got this. Why not come holler at a Bmore Than Dance? You see us with all these kids. You see it. You see who the guy is. Why not come talk to the guy? Oh, you didn't grow up with the guy and you don't know him like that. So you'll go to his friends instead of going to the fucking source. When you all see me, we've all been in the same rooms. I sit there on the stages, give niggas shout outs, let niggas know these are legends. So why can't we have that connection? Because people are in their box and they stay in it. They stay in it. And this is how this club culture has been for years, where it's like the next person coming up is only as good as what you can do for me, not what I can do for you.
How come it isn't so easy to just be like, oh, what can we do for this? Or am I just a little bit too much of a communist to be able to sit with that?
So for years, it's been one of those things where it's like, I think everybody has their own vision on what to do next. And everybody just kind of been doing it.
Yeah, like, what is, not to cut you off, but I did ask that what do you want to see next?
It's got to be a coalition. It's got to be, you know, I tell you.
That's what kind of everybody says.
I tease Mello all the time. I tease Mike, and I say, yo, let's start BTD Music Group. I say, Mike, I need you to make me a track. I need you to start it, because if you start it, I'm pretty sure Mello can learn from that start and jump on and put his transition on. What I want to do is, and this is a project that I'm working on, I keep telling niggas, my next step, if I don't learn how to make this music myself, I'm going DJ Khaled the bass out this shit. I am going to go and get the producer and the other producer, get them collabing. I'm going to talk my shit on the beginning and the end of that motherfucker. And I'm going to drop that shit and make the music videos. I got all the equipment. We got all the gear. GH5 Panasonic. Everything 4K quality. You see the dance videos.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? When I interviewed Black, one of the things that he has said, that from the interview even, he was like, this conversation made me want to do this. He was talking about wanting to release the old stuff again, like remaster and do it. And he was saying one of the things that he wanted to do was shoot an actual new video, like a for real visual, Forget My Gun. Like he was like, but like video mode, like real shit now and everything, because that's kind of, and I don't know, that's usually one of the next questions I ask. It's what do you think? It usually comes up in the what do you think this generation needs to move forward? Because that is the next. Forget I even said that, because that's another big part of the conversation. But it's the video, it's the visual, it's the fact that you can see it now.
This is what will make it better. I love
so
the idea.
Something to do.
I love the concept. But this is what he should do. Take all his old tracks, pick a young boy, and remix it with him.
Right.
And do one with somebody different on every single one.
I would want him to do just the clean, actual, like, remix.
Go get a Mello and say, let's do it, Get My Gun. Go get a Calvo and say, let's go do a Toady.
Right. And then do something like that. Because I think that for sake of technology at this point, and how far niggas have come with making music, it deserves, if not at the least, a cleaning, you know, a remastering period. So it's like, you clean it up, but then you remix it with where he is now. And
now here's my fear. And this is why, once again, this is no disrespect to the pioneers of this culture.
Right.
The problem that tends to happen is when you are one of the first to start a culture, You may not be the first to take it mainstream. A lot of people don't understand.
And people don't like that.
A lot of people don't
People
understand
don't like that at
the
all.
original founding fathers of hip hop was from New York, but the first niggas that actually lay a hip hop track was from New Jersey. No offense to Jersey, but they got a way of doing things.
They know. I mean, because they chip off of New York. They know that business.
And they get on the business. So once again, talking
know
about the
that
Black
business.
Star aspect, here's my fear. My fear is that so many of our classics went under the rug, not realizing what they were.
Correct.
That a certain generation of producers have now not only remixed, but probably then sampled so much of their work that they can't even register it as their work anymore.
I understand what you're saying. But that's why I think that it's so important for it to be actually remade. Because if you actually remake it, it gets all new codings. You know what I mean? So it's like, even though it is simply just a re-release or a redo of what happened the first time, you know, with new correct, and then going the business route, period. One of the big things that come up a lot in these conversations is how, or at least how I figured it out, so this might be more my opinion than not, music business, music industry fucked a lot of Baltimore pioneers over. Simply because the style of the music that was being made and the niggas who was making them didn't know.
Right.
You know, they didn't know the right thing to do. We didn't have that information. They didn't have access to that information. They just knew that they were making what it is. This is what made it so easy for our music to be ran away with.
Right.
Now, though, there's no excuse. All of this information is readily available if you know how to do your Googles. And there are people here who have already done these things and know how to.
Mighty Mark.
Right. You have your right. Mighty Mark. And I'm pretty sure Mike knows something. I'm pretty sure Scotty Z. I just had him last, and what was he saying? You know, like that started back up and things are
But
coming.
you want me to tell you something? And it's funny that we bring up Scotty real quick. I read DJ Mello posted a status the other day, basically expressing, "Hey guys, you know, any older pioneers who want to help me learn some shit, bring the sound back." I love Scotty's response. While some people may not have figured or enjoy Scotty's response, I love Scotty's response because Scotty's response is similar to my thought. Fuck all this talking.
I know how it came off though. Like
it came off crazy.
It came off.
But if you look at what that man was saying,
what was funny to me is that status when it wasn't that the next day. That was, I'm pretty sure that was the day after I interviewed him on this show. It was my last interview last Thursday.
I want to say it was probably like a couple.
It was a day or two after that. And because I just sat down with this man for 2 hours and listened to him talk and listened to him from his point of view, you know, and tell his story, I completely understood where he was coming from when he said that. That's why, you know, when I had Mello hit me up, like, man, look, you know, and I went and looked and I was like, right. I get it. I get how reading that it would be like, it was like, it was one of those like, hey, this feels, you know, kind of discouraging because it makes it feel like y'all doing the when all we want is handouts thing. And it's like, no, don't nobody want a handout. Don't nobody want a handout. That's not what anybody's asking for. What we are asking for is guidance, especially because that generation continuously complains and continuously points out some, oh, the music sucks now. Oh, y'all lost your way. Oh, you know, the roots of the music is gone. So it's like, well, if that's true, help, because what the fuck else? What the hell else is supposed to happen?
Again,
and when you go to these niggas, they a lot of them. Not everybody. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of these people, when you go to them, they want their own guarantee, and it's like, what? But we haven't heard of you in years. We just know that you had the keys once in like 2006. So it's like, but maybe it's 2020 now. We still celebrating, but it's like there's a certain point where it's like, well, y'all just gonna have to be old about it then, and you will get left behind. That's what I'm starting to see. Somebody's going to get left behind, and that hurts me to say because look at me in this project in general. I'm literally interviewing these niggas so I can document who was here and who did what. I want all of that to be known, but at the same time,
But I'm here.
It reminds me.
Mike Mumbles is here, and again, there are several who are. There are several who are, but there are also a lot who aren't. And it's like, well, what's up? How do we navigate that? Because we can only,
We don't want to leave y'all out, but y'all
we don't want to leave you out, but then you got an attitude about it.
But you want me to tell you something? Listen. Another thing.
But they too lazy and entitled to do that.
Another thing, though.
They're like, you should know me. Sorry, go ahead.
That most people don't understand is sometimes it's about just supporting the right next person.
Okay, and that's a rocky street, and you know it.
I'll give you an example. For me, BmoreThan Dance would not be half as successful as it has ever been if it was not for Mike Mumbles stepping in. If Mike Mumbles wouldn't have stepped in, for me having Mike Mumbles, how should I put it?
Had to stop going on vacation.
I had got the, I guess you could say the veterans okay from Buck Jones. I got the veterans okay from Swift herself. Mm-hmm. I went and connected with these individuals before I started throwing events and doing all of that because I wanted to understand a little bit. While, Swift's death was very untimely because we were planning King of Baltimore 3. She was originally supposed to, I made enough money in King of Baltimore 2.
Right.
I had the $1,500 to pay.
Right.
I knew her price, and I knew it was not going to get no maybes, pay the price. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I had it. I remember seeing her down the docks the night before. You feel me? Me and you both was there. Mm-hmm. You get me? So, our history only got this deep because he opened the door.
Right.
And him open the door is how I found out about DJ Tigger and
right.
A DJ K Spin and Big Nasty and Big L and Pork Chop and like all of those relationships came because of his introduction. Even Black. You feel me? Black knew of me, but we didn't know each other.
Right.
It was Mike who put us in the same room and said, yo, he's doing this. You need to know him. Y'all need to associate in some way, shape, or form. And that's all it really takes. And this is part of the reason why I do Graffiti Alley. I do Graffiti Alley not because I want to keep the culture alive for the old heads. No disrespect to the old heads. But it's to give new life to the kids who don't know about it. But also to give those older pioneers a place to step in and say, this is home. This is what I grew up on. Let me tell you something. Let me show you something. You get what I'm saying? And we're not talking about an event that anybody has to pay for.
Right.
It's posted. All they gotta fucking do is show up, walk around and talk. When people think, oh, how Mike got access and how Tigger, all these people just come and they show up. And the most important part is they find a way to give back. They'll see a Mike Mumbles on the 1s and 2s and be like, yo, let me take that, big dog. I'm next. Yes, Mike Mumble gets paid big bread for his time. But when he come out there and he see the fucking 10-year-olds through the 15-year-olds, his budget and his price don't matter. He's there to give his culture to the next generation so they can keep it going. Because nobody wants the culture to die, but nobody want to give it to the next. How dumb is that?
And that's what I'm talking about. I am curious to see how, as a collective, we'll be able to move the people we need into that category. Because
it starts with one.
That's
man.
it.
We have I'm telling you where it's at.
We have the one.
And I'm saying it because he in the
and
office.
He did it. That's
all it takes
right
is Mike
there.
Mumbles to be like, yo, Neek, how you want to do this? And I tell Mike, yo, I need you to start working on 6 tracks. And in those 6 tracks, we're going to find 6 producers to collab, all youngins. All up-and-comers, all people who need to learn that format of how to make an original track, but they already have a sound, a Calvo, a Juice, a Mello, You get what I'm saying?
So
A Rip
definitely
Knox.
Rip, yeah.
Rip is probably, Rip gets in his own way. Okay? I love the kid.
Fucking love Matthew Rip
No, listen to me.
so much.
If it wasn't for King of Baltimore 3,
so much.
I never heard so many Rip Knox tracks in my life. King of Baltimore 3 put Rip Knox on the map.
Whew.
Everybody wanted a Knox track. But sometimes he feels, he's just as passionate about this shit as I am. You feel me? So,
Proudly so.
he takes certain offense to certain people stepping to him any type of way, especially when he had to stand on his own 2 feet for 14 years. How would you
14 years.
feel?
Knox is one of my favorite playlists.
He's one of my favorites. But one thing very much too, when I'm in a different world, I understand how to speak people's language.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. So if he learns how to speak their language,
that's a me and you thing.
you get me? He'll be on
It's
it.
like a translator.
But that's not him, and I get it because he being true to himself. He look in the mirror and be like, "Yeah, I don't agree with that shit. Fuck it, I'm gonna let it be known."
Yeah.
And I be like, "Rip."
Right, and we're like, wait.
But in real life, I be like, "Yo, he got a point,
He's
but
not wrong.
Yeah.
you can't get in
That
your own
Kanye
way."
shit.
You know exactly. Sometimes you just gotta.
You gotta learn. I don't know. So look, I mean, so let's fantasize for a second. Let's pretend that all of this that we're speaking on came to be. You know,
That me?
the old heads. Is that you?
I'm just playing
That's me.
the rotation.
Not feel like what?
I ain't old.
If you're not old, okay, what would you like us to call you? Our elders.
Seasoned.
I keep calling them our
Seasoned.
elders because it's not old. Old has a funky connotation for some wise, for some reason. But perfect Mike Mumbles. Okay.
Perfect Mike Mumbles.
If our perfect Mike Mumbles and his peers, our elders,
They
did
not perfect. They not perfect.
I said and.
You said in this
Go ahead.
series.
Go ahead.
Bye, Mike. They came to us, or we came to them, or whatever the case was, and this beautiful collaboration happened. Everybody worked together. You had old heads making tracks with mellows and cowboys and rips, and fuck around and make a track with me for no reason, like all kinds of shit.
Some of it I take personal.
What you mean?
Flat out. Some of it I take personal.
I mean, you have the right to do
How
that
should I put
because
it? Like,
this
I'm
is
not-
our life.
I'm not trying to boast nor brag nor any of that. 14 years is a long time, bro.
It is a really long time.
14. So for me, the
And
humble.
consider this, 14 years, and club music is 29 and a half years old right now. You feel me? Half of its lifespan have we been sitting here. You wouldn't
Like,
what you're doing
how
specifically.
should I
That's a
put it?
long time, bro.
You know, Baltimore's a little gritty, so we can talk a little street, right?
Absolutely.
If you standing next to the plug, you gonna go to his man's or you gonna go to the plug?
I will go to the if you got that connection with him, if you
Right,
you-
if the plug not
if you
scary,
dead,
like, I
This,
don't know. Like,
this ain't
who do I know
1999.
better?
This is literally what you say his name was? Facebook,
Right.
Instagram, or Google. Oh, this guy? Click. Add friend. Nigga don't know you, but he gonna add you. Click. Inbox. Hey, I like what you got going on. My name is such and such, such and such. I did this, I did that. What's up?
I don't know. Maybe people do not think you are accessible.
It's crazy because, you know, the Mighty Mickeys is doing it like a motherfucker right now. And my plan eventually is to sit down and have a conversation. I'm trying to send most of them your way. Because they wanted to individual. They're some of the biggest pioneers of the Baltimore Club Dance culture. And half the kids don't know about them. I'm trying to remember, who was it? It was Buddha Monk. We was doing an event called King of What? With DJ Flag. Shout out DJ Flag.
High flag.
Because while Flag put on for the B-boys, he
Flag
never
is
forgets
my
about the
man.
club culture.
Yes.
He
I want to have a
always invites
conversation
us
about that
out.
one day.
And he always be like, bro, get the
We're still
kids, get the
dancing.
kids.
Yeah.
So,
Super supportive.
you know, Buddha reached out to me and, you know, they was telling me the stories about, you know, back in the day and how they came up with some of the dances. Like, it was, you know, it was a lot of respect. Like, I fucked with the conversation we was having. You know, but then he kind of jumped on the whole dancing aspect on some battle me, y'all think, you know, like we was a little ahead of ourselves. Like we was too humble to come to them and learn and whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Like we weren't humble enough for it. Mm-hmm. You know, so at the event, he all in my ear. And you know me. My attitude's really, really bad. So he and I'm just like any other MC. I'm going to dish you when I put that mic in my hand.
Was this at RC?
No, this was at King of What?
Okay.
So, you know, we got the kids dancing, but I'm letting them know, like, bro, don't step to me. I got a clip ready for you. All of them want smoke from me. So if you want to see dancing, here you go. But the way you came off was crazy. And then it was like probably about a week later, after we, you know, chopped it up more, he started to receive my message a little better, understanding that I'm like, bro, look what we had on that dance floor. We had 10, 11, and 12-year-olds. How are they supposed to come and meet you in Atlanta? How? You paying for the ticket?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it was like, what is wrong with y'all just coming and seeing them? They want to know the culture. They want to know it bad, but they not old enough to be like, hey, I know such and such, such and such from 1994. Mm-hmm. Nigga, please. Mm-hmm. Half of us smoke so much now, we don't even know what happened last week. Right. Let alone go remember all of the pioneers of the culture who was the beginners when we was fucking 8, 9, and 10. Come on, bro. Step 2, the scene. You feel me? Don't hit niggas on Instagram. You clearly see it. Baltimore Club Dance videos repost everything. They retag everything. What's wrong with just hitting the nigga and saying, yo, how we get connected with the kids? Fuck me. I ain't worried about me. Give this shit to the next generation. Because they going to be the ones who get it going for the next 10 and 20. And this era is their era. They understand that internet shit. They know how to get on internet and register a song. They know how to get it on TikTok and Instagrams and how to go viral. That's what they know how to do. So why do we got 40 and 50 and 60-year-olds trying to emulate something that obviously they can connect with this generation on, and both can help each other? No offense to them. I love them. I do. All respect to the pioneers. I don't want it to come off crazy. But it's got to be like these not even egos. It just has to be some people who are willing to hear the message and say, damn, he's right. They have an event every Wednesday, 400 kids running around. I'm one of the niggas who created the Cherry Hill. Let me go show these little niggas something. I'm the nigga who dropped this track that they dancing to. Remember when we was in VA? Mm-hmm. What song was that? Best friend. Yeah. My best friend is my girlfriend.
Yeah, I think it was Lucky.
Lucky was nobody. I didn't even know who he was, bro. We in a random event that asked us to come and put on some Baltimore club battles. Mm-hmm. They a hip hop battle league, but they like, yo, we want to see some dance.
Pin comment. All right, cool.
Even down to that, you know how all the niggas is remixing R&B old school tracks. Let's remix some of these old school Bmore club tracks. And not just that, but support the people who do. Because there's a couple artists who have tried. The kids love, what's Shorty's name? What's Shorty's name that remixed the Get High Baltimore Club joint?
Sneaky T.
Yeah.
I play it.
The kids be rocking with that.
I love that song.
What song?
The Sneaky
Cut
T
up.
joint.
Cut up shit. That's
And what's
shit.
that song by, what's his name? DJ Beautiful something?
Go good God.
Yeah,
Yes.
I play that shit.
That is my shit.
I don't play it enough. I will say that I
need
don't.
that in
I do
MP3
not play
format.
it. I do have it though.
I need that in MP3
I
format.
still can't remember whose song this is, but
CZ Baby got
you
one.
know which
too.
one I'm talking about. I'm too pumped in this joint. I'm too pumped in this joint. I'm too pumped
I ain't
in
know
this
somebody
joint.
remixed it.
Well, I drank the rest
Nobody
of that. Thanks,
remixed it. I
Mike.
can't remember the
Nobody
original.
Okay.
What song was that?
That's the song.
That
That's
I'm
coming
supposed
and people, man.
I thought Raw Lee made
Good
it.
guy.
Oh, that's common booming.
With the horns and shit that's booming.
I'm too pumped in this
See?
joint.
But we.
That was one of my favorite club tracks.
But this is the
ever.
things that. But see, these are the things that I.
Oh, we back? We back?
Need
Yeah,
to
we
learn
back.
these things. You feel me? Right.
Oh, let me hit my butt.
And this is what
Yeah,
I
Trill
want to.
Major's joint. See, that's why.
Oh yeah.
This
I-
nigga,
that
that
downtown
Alex
shit.
be knowing everything.
But see, I hit niggas too. At the same time, I've peeped a lot of shit. I've hit niggas. You feel me? Maybe I ain't getting no response or whatever the case is. But if I have, I have.
Yeah,
gotten
you
some
knuckleheads,
Yeah.
remix. I know. But yeah, I don't try to. You know, I done had plenty of arguments with Mike Mumbles. I don't try to talk too much from the DJ and the producer's world. The one thing that I always tell him, I used to tease him about, and I used to be like, yo, this y'all fault, because the DJs, I feel like, you know, the DJs stop, a lot of DJs stop playing the music. A lot of the DJs locally. You know, I'm not going to talk about the guys who moved out of town and, you know, went on to careers and things of that nature. But locally, a lot of the guys stopped playing the music. And then on top of the
That's a
music,
promoter thing, I can tell you that.
yeah, the promoters,
That's
you
the
know,
promoters.
on top of the music stop being played, you know, like I said from the beginning, the next generation up did not know how to make an original track, man. They didn't, and a lot of them still don't. So it's hard for them to kind of make the industry level moves that's needed, that they could be, you know, that they very much can do, if they don't ever learn how to make a track that will get them the clearance to make money from. You know what I mean? So that was always my perspective there. And I just left it at that. I didn't never dig too deep, because I can't tell DJs about their world. I can't tell producers about their world. I can only tell them from a perspective of a fan. And as a pioneer of someone, you know, what I've done, and, you know, going to the next generation and trying to figure out, yo, why y'all music keep blowing my speakers? Oh, because y'all don't know how to master and mix. You can't tell them that. But they'd be like, oh, y'all don't know how to do a lot of this stuff. You know, people don't understand. We literally started as an aux chord era. Literally, before I went on to make this connection, this relationship with Mike Mumbles, our DJs was the kids. And they were plugging in their laptop and aux chording it to a speaker
What's your
and
question,
mixing
Tigger?
straight from the computer.
Tigger has a question.
Yeah, the radio. The radio plays a big part of that. The radio plays a big part.
I was gonna ask how you felt about how. I'm sure you have. I'm assuming that you have, but tell me about your experiences in trying to interact with 92Q in any form. Oh, he turned his back on the chair on the Instagram, because I know that you have had to at this point in time, but that. How many club songs did 92Q put in regular rotation?
Ooh.
Man,
like it went from being heard almost every single day to just a random Swift hour. And
that's somehow
really
15 minutes every now and
then.
then.
Yeah, that turned down to 15 to 5 to a quick little intro here and there. You know, oh, that was the Swift mix for the day, folks. It was like,
I was told by Scotty B that was simply because 92Q didn't believe in the music.
Well, just because I happened to see his name pop up on the computer, it's Rip Knott's fault as well. Because I've been wanting Rip to shoot some shit for me for years.
Wasn't it just I'm the ish
Rip,
was in
come help me
regular
shoot this
rotation?
King of Baltimore, bro. Rip Knott's.
Mike,
I'm sorry.
I'm the ish made it to regular rotation on the radio, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what else as far as club music wise?
That was Baltimore.
Yeah.
Look,
that's honestly the only one that comes to
That's
mind.
my pain away.
I can't pay $500
because that shit got remixed on
but I make
Dance
sure you get some
on,
money.
So You Think You Can Dance.
I always
My
make sure
Pain
everybody
Away
gets
was
some money.
played
I just can't pay the rates that niggas be like.
And yeah.
But yeah. So not many.
Well,
and that's kind of what
see,
niggas
that's
have been
another
getting
thing.
at. Why the fuck not? There's so much of it here.
That's cool.
And this is why.
What about MIA?
MIA? Okay.
Bang.
MIA in her contributions.
And Rob Bang. Yeah.
This nigga said only $100 an hour.
We can start only.
Only.
Whew.
This is why I love Rip.
Big money
You
Rip.
tell the truth.
Big money Rip. Out here.
Damn. Well, then
Get
again, I
them
guess
ducats,
that's kind
boy.
of my rate. Because
Yeah.
we usually do 4-hour events.
Well, Ellis, it's not just about what's international. We're talking about the radio rotation. Like, I can call in, hello, radio, I want to request
Make sure you get paid.
this, that, and the third. And then they're like, okay. And they, like, play that shit on the radio. Outside of a mix show. Like, just in regular rotation, period. Without it even having to be asked for. And I used to, like, there's no reason why at random o'clock during the day you're not hearing a club music song. There's so much of it here.
That's it. Rip said it.
Right.
Mixes was on the radio because of major label affiliation. It's true. It's very much true. You know, not just
Even
that.
Scotty B said about the shit. He was like Universal had them looking crazy because that shit was getting played on every station up and down the Eastern Seaboard and across the country, except for here.
Well, see here, peep this.
And then it was just like, what?
Peep
Why?
this. Out.
Just because they didn't play it. They
for
just
me-
didn't feel like playing it.
Hear me out. For me, I love everything that we discuss.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, you also got to understand that I am the guy who looked at it, said, oh, something's wrong with it. It's on my back to fix it. And that was how I felt. You feel me? When I look at this, and I love the fact that we're older, because some of this wouldn't have been said in younger years. But when I see this, I look and I say, Mike Mumbles has a whole online radio station. WDMF. Why don't some of these producers get together and say, yo, let's make a radio show? Because we wake up every morning and we watch The Breakfast Club.
Right.
And we watch This Is
I hate
50.
that damn shit.
And we get on other people's online radio shows and talk shows and all that. But we don't have the balls to make our shit pop. We can ride the fuck out of Wave. And let's be honest, 92Q was the wave.
It was the wave.
It was the wave. We can sit back and complain about the wave not fucking with us no more.
Create our own wave.
Or we can create, but see, once again, and Rip, I get you. You couldn't get followers. This whole, I'm only sitting here because of consistency. I'm not sitting here as a multi-millionaire that traveled the world and made so much money off of club music. I am sitting here because I stayed consistent. And I know for a fact that if we stayed consistent, those followers would grow. Right now, I listen to
It's
the
a
young
long
boy
game.
Alex.
It's a long
His
game.
inbox is flooded with people who's like, where the club track? Where this? Where that? How do I get connected with the. How about 4 or 5 of y'all producers come together and say, egos aside, pride aside, let's put on a show that showcase everybody and the culture.
I want the shit.
But no, the only person who's supposed to do shit for free around this motherfucker is Neek. Neek the only person who's supposed to do shit for the culture. Everybody else able to make a fucking living. But it's my obligation to do it. Fuck that shit. Mike Mumbles come to me all the time and be like, yo, start a radio show. And I've thought about it. We did it with the Big Nasty Show. And I sit down and be like, motherfucker, I don't DJ, I don't produce. Why the fuck is it my obligation to do the radio show? They want the music to get me heard? Tell about 5 of them producers to do that shit. I help you market it.
Right.
I help you promote the motherfucker. I help you advertise it. I help you get advertisement for the show. But it's like everybody always wanna Neek. Bruh, I came in this bitch to do one competition. That's it. And I dared anybody to try to do what I did because all I was gonna do was just up the bag. You know me, I tested. Oh, you got 2,500? I'm gonna wait till your event's done to make sure you actually paid $2,500. And I'm gonna come and do 5 bands. Like, that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to be the big dick in the room. That's it. Like, really. You know what I mean? So I kind of hate that so much of this responsibility has fell on me.
That's honest.
I love, you know, continuing to work and continue to do shit. And
Do you have a dun dun dun? Do you have an exit plan in terms of when you finally fed up? Like, I'm over this shit. Do you have a protege, or are you not even looking at it like that? Have you accepted the fact that this is your fate and this is what you are doing with the rest of your time in Baltimore as long as you feel like doing it? Have you accepted it that much?
I want to say 2 years ago I did. Maybe 3. Maybe 3 years ago. 3 years.
Because I remember when you was, I'm over this shit.
Yeah.
I quit. I was like, you don't want to quit. You just need a vacation. And you were like, fuck this shit.
3 years ago.
He was fed up.
3 years ago, yeah. I was
He was
at the
real
point
fed up.
where- And for me, it was getting in the way of my personal life. You know, it was getting away to the extent where business was becoming too personal.
Yeah.
You know, and I
That
just,
happens.
I don't like that. Like I can't do business that way. You know, I don't want to take anything away from the abundance of amazing talent that I worked with over the years. But that goddamn Yana baby. You know, I saw it in Mello. But if I had to be honest with Mello never had the work ethic that I was looking for then. He's developing it. But, and mind you, King of Baltimore had its shocking moments where, you know, it was always getting younger and younger on that stage. But the younger they got, they was already a top dog. Like, they was up there, you know what I mean? Like, Ram was like 16, and he came first King of Baltimore and came in second, arguably first. But when Yana walked in, she was 9.
Right. Little baby.
And she had to bounce. That was the part that killed me. It wasn't on beat. She couldn't do a lot of the moves just yet. But the one thing that's hard, especially in this Baltimore Club dance culture, is getting that bounce. That bounce. And I'm watching this little girl, and I'm really thinking to myself, like, yo, she really loves this shit. In a year, I won't even disclose, but Yana made so much money in her first year.
I bet.
And she got so much negative energy and hate and disrespect and just bullshit from the older generation.
For what though?
Neither here nor there. That even right now, she's in a place where she kind of fell back because
It was just hot.
she wanted to have friends again.
Right. She a kid.
Right. You know what I mean? She got fans everywhere she go. But she wanted to be a kid so much again because all the people that she looked to and admired was talking down on her. And that's crazy. But for me, it gave me new life because it was like, here's somebody
It's that sports shit though.
who is looking at you and is not seeing you in no other light but lead me to just guide me. Here I am. I don't know nothing. I need your help. Show me. Her mom plays a huge part in that. You know what I mean? Where they like, yo, you've done so good by us so far. We gonna keep rocking with you. And in those experiences, you know, that was one of the first instances that kind of gave me new life. So I went on and I said, all right, King of Baltimore 8 got to be done. I swear on right hand on the Bible, I have never influenced the judges' table, told them to pick anybody to do anything.
Right.
The judges make their own goddamn decision. And I've never judged the King of Baltimore because I don't want the pressure.
Nope.
I don't want the pressure of making a decision. The night Mello won changed the game for me.
Why is that?
I called.
Because remember, you know, we talking 14, 15 years in the game now.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I still remember meeting Mello for the first time. I sat there and I watched a kid who never gave up.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many dancers have hit this platform, has hit this stage, and oh, everybody know me. I'm a legend and I'm great and da 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 da. There's very few who was with the grit and the grind and to claw and to be the underdog all the way through. So I'm watching my DJ because he became the DJ for so long,
Right.
and I knew he was taking this one serious. But a lot of times with a lot of veterans, they just go in, they like, okay, cool. If I lose, if I win.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been able to look in the room and be like,
Yeah.
they gonna be in the finals.
Right.
It's gonna be these 4 guys. They not playing no games. Mello had it from the moment he walked in the room. You could feel it. He had one moment that to this day I tell them both, whoo, that could have went either way. Him and Jordan. And when I pulled them 2 niggas' names out the hat, it crushed my heart. Because you talking a championship battle. And that was like first round. I thought I was going to lose Jordan. I was literally thinking to myself, yo, if Jordan loses this battle, he may say, fuck this shit.
Right.
He got the heart of a champion as well. He said it for a second. He had that moment where it was, oh, you bitches. But then he got back and said, okay, it just means I need to get back in the lab. I need to, get better and work harder. But seeing Mello go from participating in almost every King of Baltimore since King of Baltimore 3, that moment was like, you owe the game a little bit more time. And the final moment that kind of gave me, if I had to guess, at least 10 more years, TT the Artist. TT the Artist. This is probably the first time that I ever admit this, but I had mixed feelings in the beginning about the documentary.
Go on.
Knowing the depth of the history, I didn't think that the documentary was going to do justice in telling the story. I thought it was only going to be a portion of the story. But then, as I went through my experiences with the veterans of the Baltimore club culture and went through my trials and tribulations, I started to realize the story of those who want to tell it and who's willing to be a part of it has to be told. It gives opportunity like this
And that's
for us to
exactly-
dig deeper.
Right. That's exactly why
It gives that chance.
I'm doing that.
But once again, very similar how it wasn't my responsibility. It's not her responsibility to tell everybody fucking story.
No, it's not.
It's not. She told the ones that inspired her that she
right.
worked directly with, that she can literally bear witness to.
Right.
Again, can't none of us tell you niggas about what the fuck anybody in the 80s was doing.
Right.
Some of us wasn't born.
We weren't there.
And some of us can't tell you about the 90s because we wasn't even allowed to listen to the radio.
Shit, real shit.
You know what I mean? So for me, it was like, if you was humble enough to go to her and say, hey, this is who I was and I should be a part, I'm pretty sure she found a way to put you in. It might not have been the way you wanted it.
Right.
But she found a way, and she literally tried and made everybody's story and tried to capture moments and try to do as much as she possibly could. So when I look at it, I look around and I say, hey, only thing that's going to do is create more interest.
Right.
All around, she's telling you throughout the shit, hey, this shit started in the 80s. So if you watch this shit and you see this is a representation of the 2000s and up, okay, cool. You got a nigga like Alex who telling you everything that he can find.
Right.
You got a chick like Mia who just did a whole exhibit on the culture of Baltimore Club, and I'm pretty sure most of these people didn't go.
Didn't even go.
You get what I'm saying? So when people want to talk about the history and where they stand and what they did, man, kiss my ass with that shit. If you want niggas to know, tell them.
And that's what's going back to what I was saying earlier on, I guess that was the second part, about the egos of the older people. That's the problem, because there are people here, still alive.
We need to go back and take some notes from some of this.
And I know.
Dropping some jewels.
I know. I try to copy the comments. I missed the last one, but I think I got the first one. But
I appreciate y'all for these jewels y'all dropping.
These pioneers are still here. They are still literally alive and able to talk to. But at the same time, that ego shit of theirs gets in the way of so much.
I mean, look.
And like I was recently telling Mello, it's something about this scene, something about this community. I could go so far as to say all of the pioneers are just a certain type of dude.
I mean, look.
And they're cocky, and they want what's known.
Everybody, I don't want to generalize, but I feel where you're coming from.
I say that because it is a generational thing. Because if you look at it, I mean, one thing I've learned from these is, or had confirmed, is that Baltimore club music is a DJ's genre. It was built by the DJs, and it is pushed by the DJ. Dancers can do whatever the fuck they want, but they don't know what to do unless there's a DJ in the room who can play and do that shit. It is built to be DJ. That being said, when you have these people who play both, who are producers and DJs, and they are legendary, they did make the things that we grew up listening to, they did start the first, and then they're still around, milling around though, because a lot of them aren't necessarily active, or a lot of them aren't necessarily accessible. And when you do approach them, they wear the same, I cost this much if you don't got it, fuck out my face, type of thing. Even to people who are involved in trying to make this music currently. They have a certain type of swing about them, and it's like, times have changed though. There's been a big gap, it's what me and Mello talk about and come up all the time, that forgotten 12 years. There's a gap of about 12 years, we figured, of starting with around 2008, 2009 when Swift passed in 08, and into that following year up through really now. It's been 12 years of music and participation in the genre that's been lost.
Wow.
And it's like, so everyone before that 12 years and everyone who's on the other end of that, it really is two different worlds. And the newer generation trying to get stuff, it's like the older generation can't just let go of what they had once. And it's like, okay, on one end, we need to pump y'all up and preserve you and give you your roses and let everybody know who the fuck it was who made this track. But on the other end, we really don't have time to be kissing y'all ass like that. We have work to do. Are you working or not?
I got to do.
And that's why it's like some of these people, it sounds crazy, but they're going to get left behind because we have work to fucking do. Yeah. And we don't have time to give you, every single one of you, a parade. Like, that's happened. And it's known, like, we love this shit. It's obvious that we love this shit. We still play it, and it's like, that's why everybody, the new generation in dancing, one second, they get mad, hearing the old shit over and over again. And it's like, why? Because that shit not.
I don't mind.
When I was on the alley just on Sunday, I popped up, and then Mello tricked me into DJ for like an hour. But I was out there fake jamming because I was playing off his laptop, and I did not know any of this music. That was the first time I heard any of them tracks I was DJing. That's why I was like, I'm still slick because I'm out here DJing these songs I ain't never heard a day in my fucking life. But a lot of the songs that I played were remixes of songs I remembered from back then. Mm-hmm. And that shit is hot. And I was like, this shit was like, I kept turning around like, hold up, that's that? Reggie was in there like, the fuck? Oh, okay, of course you'd be playing this, and it's like, no, there is this era that it can still bubble, but...
And we sparked this shit off because of them.
Right, and it's like, what the fuck is going on that they can't see that connection?
It's a matter of this. Very much to what I had to do in my beginning. Both parties have to be humble. I can't just put it on the old school. It also has to be the ones approaching them. Right? I had to kiss the ring.
Right.
I had to get on my hands and knees. But I damn sure had to kiss the ring. I just told y'all the story of me and Mike Mumble's first meeting.
Right.
It's my event. I done paid for every fucking thing in this motherfucker. But I knew once I heard who that name was and what he contributes to this culture.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, big dog.
And then I don't feel like anyone is short in doing that.
Here we go. And
But it's
to
a certain
finish that
approach.
kind of concept or that statement, it's not that no one is humble enough to do it. Are you humble enough to do it after you're told who someone is?
Right.
Because see, what happens is a lot of times people don't know who these people are.
Right.
So they don't even know who in their presence. And by the time they find out, they done kind of just gone on about their merry-old way. Where it's nothing to pull somebody up and say, hey, such and such. I just found out, blah, 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 blah. I do this. Is there any way I can connect with you and learn something or blah, 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 blah?
It's like what happens when we kiss the ring and still nothing. Right.
You find the ones who want to work
And
with
that's what I was telling you, Mel. There are some who are going to be like, oh, well, I'm still this. And it's like,
here's a perfect
not for
example.
nothing, but fuck you, sir.
And I keep saying
And it's
it
like
over
not
and
in a
over.
disrespectful way, but just like, okay, fine.
Nobody can say that because guess who's been here the whole time? Mike Mumbles.
But Mike Mumbles is one man. He's
No, I
one
get
great
it,
man.
but see-
and I don't feel like he should have
I
to
agree,
bear the
but here's
burden
my
of
question.
that whole entire
Here's my
thing.
question.
Mike Mumbles is tired. Mike Mumbles is
Here's my question.
children. I am one of them.
How many have reached out?
And it's like,
You can't say everybody said no. When I'm sitting up here, I got a Mumbles, you got a Tigger, you got a DJ K Spin. You done sat in the alley with a DJ Black Star. Like these guys, we have brought them here.
Tigger told me to tell you that you a scrub.
Now, like I said, you might not like the fact that you got Kiss the Ring. I'll give you a perfect example. DJ Big Nasty and fucking Mello's first few interactions was not the best.
Yeah.
But after a while, Mello looked in the mirror and realized, this nigga is a vet. This where I want to be. All right, respect. And they was good from there. Big Nasty got one of them approaches. He don't give a flying fuck who you are.
You know,
If he hear you mixing, he gonna sit there,
gonna listen
he
and look
gonna
at you.
analyze and critique the shit out you,
And
and
be
he
like,
gonna pull you
this-
up and
this
be like,
on
yo,
this. You need to
that
do
shit was
this.
trash.
Right.
But it was needed.
That was
It's
horrible.
essential.
And he gonna give it to you raw. And what happens is, so many people can't handle that veteran's rawness who got it that way from all his peers. That they, oh, fuck these old niggas. These niggas don't know shit. They don't even listen to my music. Nigga,
Right.
you don't even listen to your music.
You don't even listen to me.
Your SoundCloud got 6 plays. Fuck is you talking about?
Your girl don't listen to your music.
Don't tell me listen to your shit. You don't even listen to it.
This real shit.
And stop taking the music so personal. Everybody's
That's it.
not
That's the
going to
fun.
like your fucking song.
That's the fun.
Everybody is not going to like your fucking song.
And I think that's one of the burdens of technology in the era that we're in. The social media, like, share, follow type of situation is what ruined that. And it's not fun. Again, it's not fun no more. Because,
Everybody has an opinion.
right, everybody has a whole opinion.
And then it get to a point where some people be wanting to avoid
No,
their
Rip, I'm
opinions.
sorry. That was not my intent. That was not. I wasn't trying to. See, I'm always the bad guy.
Said fried
Yo,
Yikes.
no, what I'm saying is it's like right now, half the DJs, do y'all know who DJ Sega is?
They better know who DJ goddamn Sega is.
Niggas
Fuck.
know him from a song, you
Nick-
feel me? But niggas really want to know
This
him
man
in
is
the building.
literally in
I
the
had to-
chat.
He was literally at the alley on site.
And I had to shout you. I shout him out, you feel
You
me?
did, and I appreciate it. I was like, thank you, yo.
And
Because-
that should know be, you
and-
feel me? Because like
Mm-hmm.
I was
She in the
surprised. I
chat,
was
too.
surprised. You
You
feel
going
me? To see
live,
people
yo?
there. You
Yeah,
feel
we
me?
still
Yeah.
Why the fuck I'm not getting it?
We on Instagram.
Restart the
I'm
thing.
on Instagram, damn
Then you
it.
probably
we
gotta
live,
refresh
bro.
your
Yeah,
your
because
thing.
remember it ended.
But yeah, like for me, it's just literally one of those
Yeah, ew,
things.
who's Sega?
it's like, yo, it's plenty
that?
of people
That's
who
what
are
he said.
willing to work
You
with
know,
you.
be like, I don't know that dude.
It might
Who
not
that
be the
nigga?
ones that we envisioned working with. I tell you, nigga, I did King of Baltimore because I wanted to prove to Swift, like, remember me as a young boy? Look at me now. Look at, it was your idea. I flipped that shit. That's all I wanted to do. That's it. Now, look, watch this.
Yeah.
I had to settle for Mike Mumbles.
Damn.
I had to settle. Look, Swift was the one I wanted. I had to settle for Mike Mumbles.
I'm better than Swift. Fuck that.
You know what I mean? And because of that, you know, but it was literally Big Nasty.
Yeah.
I was with Big Nasty every Friday, Saturday, sometimes even Sunday night for a whole year. Big Nasty, when I met Big Nasty, he kept it so raw with me, like, yeah, I see you trying, but that's all you doing. You ain't doing shit yet. You want to learn how to have an event? I'm going to show you how to put these flyers out.
Right.
Big Nasty ain't had to do none of that shit.
Right.
Big Nasty, we sat right there in his office. I said, Big Nasty, how much you want? He said, boy, you got big ambitions. You want Swift, she want 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I do it for 5. I said, yo, did this nigga just get over with me with the, because her price is this, I'm going to do this? I said, yo, this nigga a fast talker. I'm a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
I got 350. We can do 4. I said, yo, I got 350. He was like, only because you're a student at Morgan and I love this building so much. I'm like, yo, he got away with words, but I fuck with it. You feel me? After that, he was like, the way you host is all right. Come with me. I'm going to show you how to do it. Big Nasty is one of the best when it comes down to mixing his party and still hosting it.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many niggas do that no more.
Right.
I learned from him. I used to sit back and watch.
Yeah, I want to learn that shit.
Pork chopping is funny because now me and Pork are frat brothers, and we developed a beautiful relationship through Mike Mumbles.
Which is the shit.
But prior, I approached Pork about 14, 11 them times.
Yeah, I
and
bet.
Pork just, little nigga, please. Like, it wasn't until King of Baltimore 5, financially I could afford Pork. I said, Pork, I need you to host and judge this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You the voice of the people that they want to hear. You the one that can get 1,000 people back in the club music. I promise you, he's one of them. Everybody loved that King of Baltimore because Pork had him laughing the whole time. And to this day, talent-wise, it was the worst one.
Yeah.
It was the worst one.
But his face gave it all.
But his face on that stage gave that place the authenticity it needed to be respected as the event of the night. So when niggas be like, oh, the DJ this and this person won't work with me, I be like, bullshit, man. Bullshit. You ain't gonna tell me everybody come with this crazy, outstanding, ridiculous kiss the ring.
Right.
A nigga like Mike just wants you to pull up with a Hennessy bottle.
It's true.
Fuck is we talking about? A nigga like Tigger, man, look, Tigger dying for somebody to test his gangster on how good he is.
It's true.
He gonna teach you some shit just so he can show you he better.
Yo,
you know what I mean? Like
that shit all the time.
Yeah.
That's what trash.
Uh-oh. Somebody said DJ Tigger is trash.
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's so many pioneers that get overlooked because we so far back in our thinking. You know, I get it. Scotty probably don't want to sit back and sit down for 3 hours to teach you how he made blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I'm damn sure one of his pioneers is willing to show you some shit. And then how many people you reach out to?
Yeah.
Because I know right now, off the strength of Alex,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Jersey nigga, man.
Shout out to one good
Shout out
nigga.
to the Jersey nigga, dog.
I
Jesus.
tried to convince,
Alex hit me earlier. He like, yo.
I tried to convince
He like DJ
He
Class
go to-
looking for niggas to make visuals to his music.
I tried to
Right.
convince Neek to go to Jersey. He's like, yo, fuck
Yo.
this place. Let's go to Jersey.
Mike was
yeah,
on that.
oh, no.
Mike was like, Neek,
Oh, no.
everything you do here, you can go do in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh
And
no.
for a minute, I'm sitting there like, the business side of me is like, cha-ching! Nigga talk about a Swift party. They put 3,000-4,000 niggas in the building. And everybody in that bitch, bump it,
They party.
bump it, bump it.
They know, and they know how to
They
in the club,
party.
even though it's theirs. You feel me? But they know how to
Here,
party.
it's not cool anymore. It's not cool anymore. It's not dope to sweat no more in a party.
Right. I don't.
Niggas
I
is
don't
too
get it.
fresh
What
for
happened?
themselves.
That's that shit I'm talking about. That fun shit. I once at the parties that I was throwing, I had a series of parties called Down. They were bi-weekly and they moved location every time on some underground shit. And one of the caveats was there was no phones allowed in the party.
Oh, that's lit.
You had to leave your phone in the car or whatever. Like you couldn't bring it
You got
in.
a party.
So you
got
had
to
to.
party.
There's no excuse no more because I went back and my thoughts about what was one of the things that was so lit about the docks in 2007 and 8
There
that
was
we
no
loved so
phones.
much. There was no phone. I mean, there was phones, but it
phone
wasn't
numbers.
for phone numbers.
That
like
was it.
It wasn't for no fucking
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah, like,
Shit,
I-
wasn't be doing
If
If
you
it.
you
ain't had
I
one, you
had
was
a
borrowing
super-
your man's
I had
phone.
a
Pay to
super
go
slick
take
phone.
pictures and shit if you
So,
wanted the memories.
like
from that night.
the photographer still mattered in the party. Photographers don't. No, I'm not going to say photographers don't matter, but in an event now,
They played a
there's
big
a
part.
different type of emphasis on what the photographer was because all of us are photographers now because we all have legendary cameras in our phones
Yeah, real
that are
fast.
just good as shit for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Just in everybody's phone, even if you got a fucking Obama phone, like the camera in it for some reason is good enough to capture a decent selfie for you.
Right.
You know, so every single thing, like it was just different, and so I was like, nah, let's eliminate that. Let's just eliminate the camera and the phone, period.
We gotta eliminate
And-
excuses, period.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, so when you're in here and you hear this DJ playing this music, and I had good DJs. Like, that was a good series. I had good. Sega came and played one. I had K Driz from Jersey. I had me a couple times. Like
Can I speak
Black
on
Star.
that? Can I speak on that?
Yeah.
I remember that. You want me to tell you the only issue I had with that?
Which was
It was so, like, and this is not just you. This is Baltimore. It's probably other cities. We have gotten in a phase where it's like, we're so busy doing so much shit that the one part that rarely gets any is promo. Promo and advertisement has gotten really, really hard to do, especially here. Here, it's almost like if it's not one of the local major artists or the wave, nobody wants to pay attention and swear nothing is going on. So then you wind up hearing about things word of mouth and having to check a nigga's page to find out about it. You know what I mean? And that's just part of the, some of the elements that suck. But getting back to that fun point of view that you was expressing,
it's the freedom.
it's not anybody else's responsibility but the people who show up to have fun.
I don't know. As a DJ, I can't fully co-sign that statement because
No, I'm saying you gonna do your job.
Right,
That's your
and
job
it
as a
is-
DJ.
it is our job
But for
to do
me,
that.
I'm talking about
So-
the people who stand on the wall, the people who want to be on their phones all night, the people who show up and then.
And those are the people that make it hard for us, though, because when I see them niggas, that's who I'm trying to DJ at. I'm trying to play anything I possibly can to get them the fuck off the wall. Or to get them, well, if they at the bar, that's fine, because that's probably money for me later, sadly.
But I also don't know how receptive are we to diversity. Like, remember, when we was coming
in
up,
general are not.
when we was
If you
coming
were talking
up,
about the average Baltimorean hate a new thing.
yeah,
Real bad for some reason.
I'm talking
Unless
DJ
it's-
and music wise, right?
Yeah.
The DJ. So, all right, let's talk Paradox.
Mm-hmm.
If you was one of those guys who wanted to get in free, you showed up before 12.
12, yep.
Before 12, right? Boom.
Because I'm poor.
If you show up before 12,
I had a
they playing
car
techno.
payment. Yeah.
Techno in a playlist. Everybody in that bitch. You don't listen to techno, but you in the building, so it's the
Sitting
techno
around
hour.
like-
By the time that 1 11:30-ish hours start hitting, you start getting into the hip hop. You had the R&B. Depending on the DJ, they might even give you some reggae. They gave you the club music. They went back into the nasty hour, you know, to shake your ass and go bump and grind. Then it went back into the hip hop, and then they ended the night with club. Now the culture is like,
you just described the docks though. The docks is a special occurrence in this because we're talking about programming from 11 p.m., 11:30 p.m. or whenever Mr. Wayne decided to open the door until 5
Wayne
a.m.
will hold that bitch like, oh, it's too many people out there.
It's not
left
enough.
for free.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Nope, hold that door.
Stand outside mad as shit like, God damn it, I ain't want to pay
I'm only
that
letting
$15.
15 niggas in here for free. Fuck
Right,
that.
open the door and
Wayne
somebody
did.
11:45. You've been standing out there since 11:15, frustrated. But anyway, you know, you're talking about a 6 hour span of time with DJing. And that's why how the docks was broken down was brilliant, because by the time club music started at 2, provided enough people were in there, which was usually the case, the chamber opened.
Right.
And it's like the night restarted.
Right.
Because the Nasty would go to the back, because I was DJing, and the Nasty would go to the back, or
It gave you the diversity.
and then it would go back to hip hop, just like it was at 11:30 when he first started DJing. He essentially played the same set twice, except back there. Then he got into the beats and got real voguey back there.
Wow.
The shit. And that's the whole
The
other.
point I was trying to make was the fact that the club lovers right now, they come to an event and they be expecting club 4 hours straight through.
And see, is that
Club.
and see
Club.
So that's
Club.
what Scotty B was saying. The beginning days were like. He was saying when you would go to these parties that they were in their Godfrey's and their Odell's and, you know, all of those old places, it would be 4 hours of club music the whole time. The whole time. But nowadays, you know good and well, I hope, because I can speak on this as a DJ.
Now watch this.
Mello can co-sign me. Mike can co-sign me. There's a weird thing that happens if you try to play club music for too long, is the people get crazy and upset. I threw a party once. I think it was my first party of me actually DJing. I threw it in the depot, and I literally played a 4.5 hour set of club music. I played club music. Every song was a club song, and I did it to prove a point. You know, and people came and people fucked with it. You know, but it was mostly I'm supporting Ducky DJing, you know, type thing. But it's like, oh no, if you don't like club music, so many of y'all say y'all love club music. So many of y'all say you love it. Come fuck with this. And people came through or whatever. But it was just like, oh, that's hard to do. It's fun, but that's real difficult. And I realized that even back then, that was 5 years ago. Whew, getting old. Getting DJ old. I realized that you can't do that anymore because of the attention span of people.
Well, what I was getting
and so
at,
it's like,
what I was trying to get at was the fact that it's like, and I think I said this at one of the first showings of the documentary of Dark City Beneath the Beat. The club lovers world, right? That came together in the Paradox. You had the thugs, you had the LGBT community, you had the dancers, you had the sexy ladies, you had the I want to fight chicks. Like it was everybody in one building. I respect, you know, Scotty's what he expressed to you guys, but what Scotty was also expressing to you was the beginning, the underground stage,
right?
The stage of its birth.
You don't consider club music underground?
I don't believe it should be,
but
especially
not?
when.
Not anymore.
I mean, prime example.
Because
I love the timing of this interview because guess what? WAP is doing 1 million views every fucking 15 minutes. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. Club music is very relevant in today's industry.
And
right now, we are watching Jersey club music artists get signed to major labels and put out major music video productions.
Right.
So all of that, oh, this person won't connect with me and that person won't. Motherfucker, just do it.
Just do it.
Here's a nigga right here who's with you. Mighty Mark is with you. Hands Up Record is trying to distribute whatever song they can get their hands on because they trying to put the music out. You get what I'm saying? So
why is that more and more known? Is it an issue that, again, that ignorant versus stupid? Are people being stupid by not reaching out, or do you think that they don't know that that's an opportunity for them?
It's sadly to say, in this culture, it is, if it ain't my way,
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it. You get me? And very much to the party scene. If at some point, all of the crowds that came together into that Paradox scene split up.
Mm-hmm.
The streets went to the trap music and trap dancing. Shout out to Kelly for having some of the best dance moves in the world. You feel me? They went to that element. The gritty lovers of Baltimore Club, they started coming to Bmore Than Dance. Oh, we going there because dance. The LGBT community, they got their own brand of events and parties and masquerade balls and et cetera. So everybody kind of spread out. This crowd over here want club music 4 hours straight. Mm-hmm. This crowd over here wants disco, Vogue, a little bit of Afrobeat, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and some club. This crowd over here only want to hear the club music if it was made from 1999 and back. Nobody wants to just come together and be like, yo, let the DJ make this shit a party, because that's what the DJ do, and let's have fun. No, I'm going to stand next to the DJ booth for 4 hours and be like, y'all going to turn the club music on yet?
Yeah. And be annoying about it.
Or the other one, you going to turn the club music off yet?
Yeah.
Let the DJ turn this bitch into the lituation, because that's what they do.
That's what we're here to
do.
We
came here to party, so I'm going to party. I came here to have fun. I'm going to buy these drinks. I'm going to flirt with these girls. Or if your preference is guys, do your thing. You know, that's the community we live in. So let me throw that in there so nobody feel no type of way. You feel me? It's like, whatever your preference.
Just do it.
If they doing that, and it's like now it's a world where we can't come together. It's like, the gays are in this party, so I can't come to this party.
Right.
Nigga, what? He can go talk to every nigga in here. More ladies for me.
Like that back in the day.
More ladies for me. I don't care what he doing. When I was in the docks, it was like, oh, the blood's over there. Nigga ain't no super. I'm taking my black ass over here.
Right.
I don't gotta stand with these niggas. Oh, the dancers is over there battling, and I ain't that good. I'm going to the front with the niggas who just dance.
Yeah.
Now it's like, nope, that's not my crowd. That's not my people. That we don't got nothing in common. I'm going this way. So now you see like this, the underground. I feel like everything kind of went underground because it's like you got this crowd that wanted this way and they over here. This crowd that wanted that way and they over there. Bring them together. Bring them together. What happens when a Bmore Than Dance,
I agree.
A Mike Mumbles, a DJ Ducky, fuck it, throw in a Scotty B.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when they do an event together? What happens if all of these people come together and say, yo, once a year we're going to do a Baltimore Club Festival?
Hold on a second, and you notice what I've been saying. What's happening? Hey.
I've been saying it for just as long.
Hey.
Did a time of you party together.
Hey. Hey.
That's 60 and over.
Sorry. You see my status?
I'm teasing you, bro. I'm teasing you.
We got to get a place for the wheelchair ramp.
Right. Everybody that bitch.
The
Remember
crowd.
Odell? Right. Sure, I got that shit still. I love the niggas that went to Odell's though, because Odell's, I wish I was old enough to ever have party there. Because the stories you hear from Odell's is like,
it has to happen.
God, that was a party, huh?
Well, we got 10 minutes left on this line.
Let's finish this up because we've been here for hours.
And we could keep
talking.
talking.
The wrong one, man. I told you.
No,
like,
it's not the wrong one. It's the right one, and that's what I'm saying. This is what I want from people. I want people who can sit and talk about this shit, you know. And even if they're not organizer and curator as great as Neek, or they're not a legendary of a DJ as, you know, anybody who's been here or super is popping, doesn't matter, because if you have an experience, you have an experience. And therefore you have a story to tell. But I guess I'm using my lovely Rolodex of friends.
Yeah.
that I'm lucky that I'm lucky enough to have captured over these years.
You have always been a source. I always sat there and be like, yo, Ducky is one. Ducky is one. Ducky is one.
I'm okay. Like a C.
See the problem?
A strong C.
See, you want me to tell you what it was with you, Ducky, though?
Like,
you want me to tell you what it was with you?
What?
You was always one of those people, too. Either you know her or you don't. That's how it always was.
I don't even understand what that means, because I just be sitting around. And that's the thing. Like, it's always funny that you're one of the people who's always said this. And there's been a couple other ones who was always, like, kind of like, no, like you, though. Like, but it's something about you. You can just do people. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know what to do with that. Like, that don't mean nothing to me. Like, it doesn't. But then that's when it was like, well, no, I want to DJ.
For me.
And that's why the transition
to
me DJing was so easy.
As I watched you, I looked and I said, yo, if only she had a stronger team who could handle her promo for her.
That'd be nice.
Ducky would be somewhere else. When you were on your way.
Somewhere else, though.
Cool, but I just saw the connections. Like, you were one of those people who I'd look at the car, the DJs you'd be on the car with, and I'd be like, shorty working.
I'm trying.
Shorty working.
I'm just trying.
Damn.
It's still not too late.
How'd she get on that one? And I'd be like, you know what's going to happen? Half the niggas who need to know about this event ain't going to know about it. Why? Because she's going to be so busy doing 6, 7, 8 different things that she's not going to have the time. Me right now. That's why I don't like. Is he still here?
Who?
That's why I don't like Alex.
I think Alex is in here. Yeah, no.
Where you at? Is he still? Know. Is Alex still
here?
Alex,
are you still present?
This why I don't like you. This why I don't like Rip. It's certain people that have the skill set to come and be a part of this coalition. It's certain people that have it. Alex is one of those. Alex, I don't know why the kid is so good at promo. He's just phenomenal. I watch his shit and I be like, damn, I just learned a thing or two, shorty. I didn't even know how to do that. If you get a guy like Alex in the room, you get a guy like Rick who is phenomenal behind the camera.
Right.
Phenomenal. He pisses me off because I just be like, yo, if I had your visuals 5 years ago, we'd be the whole URL of Dance World, everything right now.
But you shouldn't think so much of the if we did, if we didn't, you know, type thing.
I mean, I get it.
This is why you get to be on the panel.
That's another one. King, though, said Evilla 10-4. It's one of those things, it's like, because of the fact that they probably do, what, maybe 8, 10 parties in a week? If you know, you know. If you don't know, the only way you're going to find out is if you go looking for. You get what I'm saying?
See, Avila is a small hole in the water to be hookah party.
But it's also, like I said, it's about the crowd. And once again, it's about the DJs that play the music. So it's one of those things, where can I go to hear it? Where can I go to fuck with some club music? At one point in time, 7,500 different places all around the city. Now, it might be this place. It might be. You know Bmore Than Dance doing it, but they might not play the club music you like. They gonna be playing the young kids. What so fast that you know
what you get all the time.
That I can't get out my wheelchair for no more. Old niggas.
All right, so Pete.
So yeah, all that being said, it's like
we got 5 minutes.
This
left.
club culture has nothing but space, opportunity to continue to flourish.
There's so much more room for everybody.
The ones who want to take it serious, you got to be willing to commit to it. Reach out, connect to the next level.
Oh no.
You know, we got to start investing in our shit.
Right.
We got to start putting our music on those platforms so it can be heard. We got to start making music videos to those fucking songs. Even the remixes. Fuck it. A nigga can make a visual to a remix. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. And, yeah, keep watching, man, because these are the archives that aren't as easily accessible. If you say you don't know those pioneers, well, Ducky is taking the time to put faces to them.
I'm trying to. Some like
you
to be
say
spooky.
15 episodes in.
Yeah, 15.
15 episodes in. She's showing.
And I got nothing but Tuesdays, so hit me up.
And
And everybody is invited, like I said.
follow at Bmore Than Dance. Go check King of Baltimore 9. I'm telling you, I got something serious for y'all. I need some pieces to come together, but King of Baltimore 9 is going to be something you've never seen before. It's going to be out of this world with the visuals, and it's going to be special enough that if everybody supports, it should be
Just
good
hit my
enough
DM.
to put some respect back on the culture known as Baltimore. I'm out.
Look at that. And you did it with 3 minutes to spare. That was a fantastic interview, Mr. Neek.
Shake, man, and roll.
What?
Pitch pose and shots
No,
and
wait, don't
shit.
end it. Well, you can end it. I milk all the time. I milk every free ass minute
We
from
did like 3
Instagram.
hours.
So I'm going to take my 2 minutes and, was that 35
Oh, did
seconds?
Alex pop back up? Yeah, you Alex, man. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, like,
Strippers, though,
you could really help us. But you be wanting to. You
I don't
be
know
worried
who my
about that
next guest
channel,
is.
man. That channel ain't gonna get the attention that we need to get. Trust me. That channel cool. I love the channel. Don't get me wrong. But imagine if you was working with a ducky on them events and
Quack.
putting it out there to all them fans who want to see. I mean, you do your best. I ain't trying to say you don't. I'm just trying to say, like,
Oh, no.
like, come join this coalition, man. We can Zoom chat you from where you at now. Probably in Massachusetts somewhere.
Somewhere.
Nah, they in Atlanta.
That
Atlanta.
nigga
Oh, no.
moved.
It's COVID capital
He
down
be
there.
like, nigga, I want
Everybody stay safe. Keep washing your hands and wash your face and stuff.
Walking down
You know.
the avenue.
Yeah. Wear your mask. I don't have a mask on because I know I don't have the cover. I know Mello doesn't have the cover.
Team bad guy.
I assume that you don't have the cover.
That guy Neek B
I got Alex
underscore
satisfied.
on Instagram.
Right, and there's nothing but $1 billion of
Same on
sanitizer
deck.
everywhere.
Somebody tell Cookies come sponsor
Oh,
me, man.
Somebody, because he has
Cocoa nuts. I want cocoa nuts
marijuana.
and I want runts. That's all I want. It's cocoa nuts and runts.
Okay.
Tell them I want to be sponsored, man. Even on the gummies. Look, tell Cookies. Tell them I want to be sponsored. Me.
We'll work it out.
I got this 18 and over dance league and we smoking.
It's good for
Is
your
18 the
lungs.
legal age to smoke now?
No, 21.
Dang, I got this 21 and over. I got this 21 and over dance league and we
Great
smoking a lot.
now. he is playing Get the Fuck Out. It's true. He's walking around like, you niggas don't get the hell out of my studio.
Oh,
After all this time. Yes.
Cookies. I want some. Send me some.
DJ Tigger said Mike suffers from whack assness.
Hey, yo.
Tigger be so
How fed up
easy, guys.
he is on the.
Hey, you knuckleheads,
You knuckleheads.
walking down the avenue.
Walking down the avenue.
A few more streets and we'll be through.
A few more streets and we'll be through.
Fangtown, North MP, Park Heights, RNG. Hey, you knuckleheads,
Hey, you knuckleheads.
walking down the avenue.
Walking down the avenue.
A few more streets and we'll be through.
A few more streets and we'll be through.
Fangtown, North MP, Park Heights, RNG, White Lock, Cherry Hill, North Long and Dolefield. Hey, you knuckleheads,
Hey, you knuckleheads.
walking down the avenue.
Walking down the avenue.
A few more streets and we'll be through.
A few more streets and we'll be through.
Fangtown, North MP, Park Heights, RNG, White Lock, Cherry Hill, Norfolk Long and Dolefield, Murphy Homes, EA, Greenmount, Barkley, Walbrook, JCT, Poplar Grove, and Evie.
Hi everyone who's tuning in and will trickle in. Thank you for joining me on my 14th episode of Walking Down the Avenue. I'm super excited, if you can tell or cannot tell, because I have the legendary Scotty B with me. Hi Scotty.
What up? What up?
And we're going to sit here and talk about club music for the next hour and a half or so.
Alrighty.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
But let's start with you. Do me a favor and tell our listeners